About a month ago, I liked a picture.
About
About
a
a
month
month
ago,
ago,
I
I
sent
sent
you
you
a
a
DM.
DM.
About
About
a
a
month
month
ago,
ago,
I
I
shoot
shoot my
my
shot,
shot,
but
but
you
you
ignored
ignored
me.
me. Oh, there you. Valentine
It's
is coming.
coming.
Where is your boyfriend?
Anywho, welcome back to this amazing space. You have tuned in to the right place.
It's called DMC, by the way, and we are
DMC.
here to give you what you want.
Oh man, why did I just say oh man?
I
Habits,
don't know.
guys, habits, okay? But anyways, you're at the right place at the right time and you are watching definitely the right thing to watch. And today we have an amazing episode. Yeah, it's
We want to know if you can guess by what we're wearing,
okay, we'll give you a
what we're
second. We'll give
yeah,
you a
what we're
second.
representing today. So,
I
well,
am
okay, this
wearing
is
pink.
supposed to be pink, kind of. I've got that floral thing going on here.
I
You
am
know,
wearing straight pink. This
yeah.
is, of course, a t-shirt that my dad used to own, and I nicked
Oh,
it from
Dad.
him. Yeah, so it's quite cool. It's quite cool. Well, I didn't really nick it from him. He left it
Okay.
by default.
Meaning he passed on, so his clothes had to go to somebody. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's not that funny.
it is. In context. I mean,
Okay.
in context.
Anyway, so have you figured out why we're wearing this
Yeah.
color?
If to help you, think about the day. Think about the day. Today should be Wednesday.
Yes, it should be Wednesday, but obviously you might be watching this some other day.
Ah,
But
yeah,
I mean, the
actually.
song at the beginning should also have
I
kind
mean, yeah, it
of.
should have actually.
Yeah, okay, fine. Let's just take it out the bag.
Yep. Do you want to take it out the
I'm
bag?
taking it out the bag. So today is a Valentine's special.
Yeah.
It's all
About a
about
month
love.
ago, I shot my shot.
But you ignored me.
Yep.
Yeah, so today's about love. So that's what
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about. Valentine's Day and pretty much what it means to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've noticed that a lot of people find it to be, if I could say, like a cliche kind of a holiday, like they just,
It's not really a holiday though.
not a holiday, but like, you know what it is.
Mm.
Yeah,
So,
people
guys,
are
I love Valentine's.
really.
No, actually, no.
Okay. I really do love it though. I celebrate it every year.
Really? With who?
No, I don't. I don't. I used to though. And like if I had the opportunity I would. Actually, you know what? I should. Even,
Even though you are,
yeah.
you know,
Even though I am what?
single, but anyways,
Okay, just tell the whole nation.
I'm joking. She's very, very.
It's complicated. Yes. So anyway, yeah, so this is pretty
Yeah,
much what the show is about today.
yeah.
And
So today we are going to speak about Valentine's, as Grace has said, and I'm so sorry. There was such a blunt moment because she had already said it. But anyways, let's continue in the interest of this recording. Let's continue. Okay, shall we? Shall we? Okay, what does it mean to you, this Valentine's Day thing?
okay, I know a lot of people say like you should love your partners every day, Valentine's
Mm.
Day shouldn't
I
be any
actually,
different.
for one thing, okay, I feel like this question is coming to me as well, but because you said that, it triggered me, okay?
Oh,
And I
trigger.
feel like you should love your person every day, nonetheless, and Valentine's should not be a validation of your love. That's what I feel.
Mm,
But I mean, it's nice to do something nice and cute for that person, but it's like
I don't think it's about it being a
validating.
validation of your
Mm,
love, honestly. I understand when people say you should love your partners every day and everything. Yes, that's fine. But it's kind of like when your parents give birth to you, they still love you every day, but on your birthday, it's just a commemoration of
mm.
the love that they have for you. And I think
Which is
that's
why
what,
we have anniversaries.
yes, but who says that it should just be one commemoration? There's nothing wrong with it being multiple times. So I think
Yeah.
that Valentine's Day is a commemoration of love and
Mm,
it should be celebrated.
mm,
So, yes, you love your partners every day, you can gift them every day, but on that specific day, just commemorate your love for them.
mm.
So I do think that it's a refreshing way to I don't know, rekindle whatever
Mm,
love and
yeah.
do something cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people are just like, oh, we don't have to celebrate Valentine's Day. You don't, yes, but I mean, it's cute, and why not? That's what I think.
I like the concept and the idea of Valentine. I really do like it. I think it would be really beautiful, of course, like, if you and your partner reciprocates at the same energy and reciprocates at the same
I
love.
think that's the important part,
Yeah.
because like I remember once I was with this guy, and he like didn't care for it. Oh my gosh, I came with like 5 6 7 gifts, and I showered him, and I was like, and he was just so uncomfortable because it's not something he celebrated, so our energies were not aligned.
Yeah.
And then it makes me feel like,
Yeah.
and then
Why did I
he's
even try?
yeah, and he's feeling like, okay, you're over loving me right now, you're
Yeah.
smothering me. So I think it depends on, like, your energy needs to align as well.
Yeah.
So if you collectively think it's not important, that's fine. But
Yeah.
if one person thinks it's important, why not just indulge
I
them, guys?
mean,
Indulge.
yeah, I think that's what. So I was watching a podcast. I just forget. I think it's called Justified. I forget the people that were actually speaking on it though. And this guy was asking, "What is love?" And the answer that he gave was, love is commitment and choosing to love the person, whether you feel like it on that day or not, whether you like Valentine's and whether they like Valentine's and you don't.
Yeah.
But because you love this person, like you go above and beyond to be there for them, even when you don't necessarily feel like it. So I was just reminded of that because that's what, like, in
Yeah.
essence,
Yeah.
what she said. But there is a deeper reason why we're speaking about this, and it isn't really about the Valentine's thing, but there's something about finding love and finding the one and certain expectations. Grace, do you want to unpack?
Well, I mean, yeah, we know that it's not easy. Like, I have a friend of mine that says, let's bring back arranged marriages, because now it's so difficult to find a partner. You find someone, and maybe later on in the relationship you realize you're not compatible or whatever.
Yeah,
Whereas in an arranged marriage, whatever, like, you
yeah.
take it as it
But
is.
what's your okay? We are like seriously. What's the word I'm looking for? When you lose the channel, we're on this lane, but I'm
Like,
going.
we like
Yeah,
diverted, like
yeah.
we
Anyways, I wanted to get your take on
yes,
arranged marriages.
on arranged
And how
marriages.
do you think like arranged marriages worked in comparison to us just finding partners? Like the example you made now, is it really a matter of we're not what's the word you used? We're not compatible, or is it I'm just not willing to make it work?
So I don't know. I think arranged marriages, I think it's the mindset,
I think it's the
actually.
mindset actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
So with arranged marriages, it's like you will do this and this is it for you. You will make it work no matter what. Whereas when you choose your partner, there's kind of like that leeway of, okay, I chose you, but I can,
But I can,
I
just
can choose
yeah.
someone else. Whereas an arranged marriage is like, we chose it for you. You must and you will, and this is
Yeah.
this is the path that's taken.
Yeah.
And not to say that all arranged marriages are healthy,
Mm.
and not to say that all choices
Do you
are
know
not
anyone in
healthy.
an arranged marriage? Were your
Not in
parents in
our
a
not in our generation. No, my parents were not arranged.
yeah.
My dad was really into my mom, and he was like, "Yes, honey, it's you." But
That's what he said.
my okay, the previous generation, though, my grandparents, it was arranged.
Arranged,
So
yeah.
when my grandmother was 14 or something like that, she had to go and live with my grandfather's family
At 14.
to understand their ways and
Hectic.
everything. And I think at 18, that's when she got married.
But I also think, like, I think that must have been so pure because, like, maybe it was probably even her first love, first time at, like at a partner's place,
Yes.
maybe first time making love and all those things. So I think there's just like a purity. I mean, if it's done at that early age, I feel like because you grow up, all you grow up thinking about is just this person, and
Yes.
yeah.
But the messed up part about it is that that's not necessarily the person that you've chosen for yourself. My
Mm.
grandfather actually had a second wife
Mm.
who he actually loved.
Mm.
So, okay, oh, now I'm taking out my family stuff.
Right?
But like, so my
Just take
grandmother
it as
was the first
remove the
wife.
filter.
She was she was the first wife, but not necessarily my grandfather's first love.
Mm.
So the second wife was his love, the one he actually chose.
Mm.
But the funny thing is, my the first wife, which is my grandmother and my grandfather, never got divorced. Like they stuck it through right till the end, right till my
Mm.
grandfather passed away. Whereas with the second wife, the one that he chose, they ended up getting a divorce.
Really?
Yes.
Hectic.
But even to the end, he still loved the second wife over.
Hectic.
I don't know. But the point is that there is a certain mindset that comes with arranged marriages
Yeah.
that you will stick it out with this person.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I don't know. There's a certain respect for it,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't know. I think
Yeah.
there's positives to it, and there's also
I
negatives.
definitely think there's positives, but please, as you're listening to this conversation, please
Comment.
comment,
I'd like
right?
to know. We'd
Please
like to know
comment.
what you think about
Yeah.
arranged marriages. Which is better, whether you choose or not.
Actually, I don't know, but for some reason, a part of me thinks, when you are in an arranged, I'll speak for myself. I don't know anyone in an arranged marriage. My English is doing wonders here today. But anyways, I do not know anyone in arranged marriages. However, I do know that when like your parents pick for you, like if it's like a genuine thing, I think they think about your character, your personal traits,
That's
and
true.
like the person that you are. And then they think about the next person and like how they are and how they think and, their traits as well.
That's
And then
true.
I think they think, oh, okay, these two, they can
Yeah.
work something
Yeah.
out here.
Yeah.
And genuinely, I do believe that parents have your best interests at heart, and they'll most likely choose someone that you can make it work with.
Mm.
I feel like also at the end of the day, just with relationships in general, I feel like that's all it's about.
Yeah.
Making it work.
One thing I learned about parents' opinions is that it's important to listen to them. They know you. And I
Yeah.
only learned this in my 20s. Like I
Yeah.
wish I listened to my into like
Yeah.
to my mom when I was a teenager. I really wish I did.
Yeah.
Mom, I'm sorry. But like only when I was like 20 and above, did I realize that my mom knows me, my parents know me very well, and when they see
Like
that
they
this is not
raise
right
you
or
up.
that, you listen to what they say. Don't just discard it because of what you want, but listen and you
Mm.
know value your parents' opinion. That's what I think.
Obedience
So
is life.
yes, it is. It is. But like I'd like to actually speak about like society and how like with regards to Valentine's Day, there's two extremes. Like half of society feels like Valentine's Day is it's tacky,
Yeah.
it's tacky. It's doesn't
Yeah.
people like they kind of rebel against it. It's like there's
Some,
yeah.
not maybe not half, but some
Okay,
definitely.
well, I'm exaggerating,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and then the other half is like so into it and like
Yeah.
they, you know,
I think to a certain degree, everyone in this world, maybe except maybe for the older generation, but people our age, and I'm putting you in this age bracket, but people, people in,
right. We are so not the same age.
but people in our age, I genuinely think everyone has an opinion about Valentine's. It's either they embrace it or, as you say, they don't embrace it. But I genuinely think deep down within them, there is something they feel that is positive towards Valentine's Day, especially people in relationships.
Probably it's the fact that it's about love.
Mm.
Like a lot of people maybe like to try to stifle the fact that they want to be loved. Maybe there's an underlying issue, like
Mm.
maybe you've been hurt in the past, or Valentine's Day reminds you of what you don't have,
Yeah.
or the lack. Like why am I still single? Like if we look at
Yeah.
people that are 30 and above, okay,
Yeah.
um there's always been the stigma, like once you reach 30 and you're single, you failed, you have
Yeah.
failed,
Yeah, like
and
like marriage is the two
yeah,
go
you're
thing.
not meant to be in a relationship, you are meant
Yeah.
to die alone or whatever. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like the stigma is slowly changing, but it's something that has existed for quite some time. And
Yeah.
when you're 30 and above and you feel and you're single and you're not like in a relationship, you're not married,
Yeah.
there's a little part of you that feels like, okay,
Yeah.
like what's
Is this from
is
personal
this
experience, Grace?
No. Okay. Stop it. I'm not 30 and above.
Let's not talk about me at all.
But no, yes, I guess I am 30 and above. 30 and above.
Yep.
I am a whole 30 and above. I'm on the
Right.
third floor and I'm so proud of it. Thank you.
Right.
Shout out to all the 30 and aboves out there
Yep. Shout out to all the 20s.
and below.
If you are somewhere in your 20s,
Okay, so anyway, yeah, I feel like there is a lot of pressure for us, particularly the females. I'm not really sure about the men. I think it's a little bit different for the men, but for females that are 30 and above, there's so much pressure. Oh my goodness!
I
And
think for us it's also the same.
for us who,
Men. I'm a man, 20 something year old, but not a child, not a boy child. But anyways, what I'm saying is there will always be an expectation for you to find someone. I think more so for me personally, since like my father passed away, there's like that expectation. My dad's brother, every time he comes at home, he'll say, how come it's your mom still cooking? Meaning like he's insinuating there should be someone there
someone else
who
busy.
is, busy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I think even if they, in some instances, even when they don't mention it like vocally, but there are things that you pick up and they're like living hints.
Yeah.
And I think there is that expectation, especially I don't know about other races, but like as a Zulu, well, at least from what I have experienced as a Zulu kid, there is a certain level of experience, which I think is unfair. I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair for people who have lived their own lives, like lived through their own lens, to say, by this time, this is what you should be doing. Because it's like, but you're
The
not living.
timeline
Yeah,
is
you're not
yeah.
living my life. Like you don't know the goals and things I have for myself. So I just feel like it is a bit unfair, but I guess there's a way to manage each and every situation.
Well, I think
Yeah.
the reason for that is probably because of the general age of things. Like when
Yeah.
you're a child, you generally like to play outside or whatever. But when you're a teenager, you generally, you know, cool it down and hang out with people, get into relationships.
Yeah.
When you're an adult, you generally have to be working, you generally have to find a partner. So
Yeah.
that is like the general
Yeah, like a
cycle of
standard.
man.
Yeah.
So
Or
they
just life
want you
in
to
general, because
be
with the
they
females, I can imagine it's the same.
so yeah, they want you to just like go into the flow of that life.
Yeah.
And when they see that you're not doing it at the
Yeah.
general pace, then they tend to get concerned.
Yeah.
Like for me, 30 and above, like a lot of my family, friends, well, my friends, they're married and or they have children or they are married with children, and I've got like
Kids is a
neither.
big thing, right?
It is a big
Like, oh
thing.
my God.
So I've got neither kids, I've got neither husband, which is cool. I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. However, the people around, they start getting worried for you because they want you to experience that cycle, that part of life, because it's natural to
But I
get
just
into
feel
that.
like it's such an unnecessary pressure. Because
Yeah,
I
it
feel
is
like,
unnecessary.
yeah, I just
It
feel like,
is.
once you take that step, like you're in it. For instance, once you have a kid,
There's no going
you
back.
have a kid. Like,
Yeah.
like, like you've got a kid, and
Yeah.
like I feel like you have to now start living and thinking about this entire human being
Forever and ever,
that
amen.
you brought to this earth.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so
It's
yeah, the
crazy.
the pressure is high.
Yeah.
But like I agree with you when you say that it is unnecessary, because like if we look at society today, the pace that we're doing things is very different. From
And the things that we are doing is also very different.
Yeah, like my mom at the age of 28, she already had her second child.
Yeah.
She was living, in a nice suburban home,
Yeah.
with her husband and
Yeah.
everything. At
Daughter.
28, I'm still out here looking for season 16 of Grey's Anatomy, in my pajamas.
Yeah.
Like the only pet I have is
Yeah.
my flower in the, what do you call it? Orchid in the room. That like I'm not even thinking about marriage,
Yeah.
kids, none of that.
Yeah.
And so
Was
I feel like things are different now.
yeah.
And yeah, it's hard for people to accept it. My mom, I know she tries not to to put pressure on me. Like here and there she'll hint, but you just see it in her eyes.
Yeah,
She
that
just gives
she's
you that
like,
look, and she's like, that look of my child. I need you.
what's
I
happening with you?
yeah. What is going on? What is wrong?
Yeah.
My mom actually even suggested, what do you call it?
Online
Online
dating.
dating. She suggested online dating, and that is very
Tinder.
untraditional of my mom.
Right?
So for me, it shows that she's a little bit desperate for her eldest daughter
Yeah.
to actually get into a relationship now.
Yeah.
And shame, it's cute, and I understand where she's coming from. I like that she's not putting too much pressure on me, but I can feel that she's like, okay, Grace,
Are these like your own thoughts, do you think? Or
what do you mean?
like whatever you feeling, but she's not really putting in that pressure, but like whatever you feeling, do you think it's just like your own
It's
assumptions?
not, because it's in the language. Like, she'll call me. Sometimes she'll call just so that we can pray over the phone, and she will put that point in them. Let her find a man this year. Let it be. Let her get married. Like she will. So I know it's in her heart. She wants it, but she's not. She's trying to not make me feel
Like feel
uncomfortable.
it, like,
Yeah.
you know?
My grandmother, on the other hand, oh my gosh, like emotional blackmail. She would call me, from Congo, and she'll be like, "My child, have you found a man yet?" I'm like, "No, Gran,
Blatantly ask you like that.
bruh." She's like, "Have you found?" She's like, "But Grace, I'm dying. I'm gonna be dying soon. I
Hectic.
need to see you with the man." I'm like, "Really,
Right?
Gran? Are you gonna really blackmail me like this?
Right?
Like emotional blackmail?" Now I'm supposed to find a man before my grandmother passes away. So I'm just like, okay,
Yeah. Shem, I feel like
yeah.
for me it's the same, but not necessarily with the wife, with kids. With kids. I think as parents grow old, they sort of like want to see like the next generation of, you know? So I think for me it's the same. I think for most guys, maybe it's the same with the
Yeah.
kids situation and also the wife, it's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. But what I do think, yeah, I think it's important to just do things in your own pace, like you run your own life, however you see fit. And yeah, I think for me that's what's important.
So
Yeah,
now,
not
like,
conforming, I
look
guess
at
is
the
what I'm saying.
scenario. Let's say there's a family function in Kimbini. I believe that's what
Awe,
it's called. Hi, bo,
awe,
guys. I'm learning
awe.
Zulu. Yeah, Dlalangani. Okay, so let's say there's an Imkimbini.
Umcimbi,
Umkimbini, yes. Let's say there's an Umkimbini and you're going home, like,
umcimbi, not umcimbini.
oh, hectic. Umkimbi.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting there, though.
slowly but surely,
Surely but surely.
slowly but surely,
Surely but surely.
surely but surely.
Okay,
Okay.
so there's a function happening at home, and like everyone's there, your siblings, your cousins, everybody's there. Most of your cousins and stuff got kids or married or both, and they're going on with their lives. And you are as you are right now. And now you're feeling the pressure coming from everywhere. Like your uncles, your aunts, your mom, like everyone is just on that. Okay, where's the significant other? How can you like maybe help people counter that, like, or maybe be immune to that? You're in the setting, it's happening. What can you say for people
Can you
to,
be immune to it? I don't know. I don't
or
think
maybe
so.
not immune, but like make so that it doesn't really affect you, because some
Yeah,
people it really hurts
yeah,
when someone just blatantly asks you, why don't you have kids? that's
yeah,
that's like, excuse me, you don't know what I'm going through.
yeah,
What if I have an issue and
yeah.
that's the reason?
Actually,
And
yeah.
so how do you like so that these kind of comments don't actually get to
Like,
your heart?
yeah.
What do you do?
Got no idea.
Yeah. How
Jokes, but jokes.
Dando?
Just from my perspective, I think with me, I'm always comfortable with letting people know. I don't want. If there's something I don't want, I'm very vocal about it. If I don't want it, I don't want it. Like personally, if you don't take any offense to all those who have kids, personally for me, I don't like kids. I don't see the need like to have babies. And in as much as, and this is something actually I think I've said before, even to my family, if you want kids, make your own, but don't pressure me to have kids on your behalf. Like it's not my job, it's not my goal. Like Again, I feel like it goes back to I have my own goals, I have my own ambitions, and
Yeah.
kids is just not one of them. You know, if I choose to be in a relationship, again, that's my choice. It's not like
Mm.
a. So I think for me, it's just being content with knowing, okay, they might not understand, but at the end of the day, this is the reality, and this is what I want because it's my life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I think what you said there, understanding that they probably don't understand, but
yeah.
being okay
But
with
also
it.
understanding that they are they and I am I.
Yes.
Like it's
So
two
I
different
think
entities.
to be comfortable in your position, you know that you don't have whatever they're talking about, but you have what you do have, and you're content with that. So I feel like it's very important to be content in the space that you're in currently.
Yeah,
And it will help you not be shaken by maybe you do yearn for these things. Like maybe you do yearn to have kids and a partner, but it's
yeah,
just not something that has happened to you. But I
yeah,
think it's a time it's about being patient and just
yeah,
accepting your condition as it is.
yeah. But
And
also, I feel like whether let's just say you really want to have a partner, you really want to have kids, and like
it's just not happening.
yeah, it's just not happening. I just feel like at the end of the day, like it doesn't devalue a person, or something that a friend of ours said actually. So Grace and I, we have these meetings where we like sort of like think and chat about okay what we want to do and talk about next. So yesterday Grace, she called me and we're speaking about this whole what do you call this whole episode or this whole recording today. And so I felt a type of way. So I was asking one of my friends who was with me at the office, and I said, what's your take on relationships? Like, what's your um? I've just gone blank. I just had a response in mind. Like, what did I?
Wow.
What did she say, or what did I tell you? She said,
Well,
"Oh my god, I hate it when this happens."
she said that there are some people that
Oh, that's so good.
what there's some people.
Such a good point. Such a good point. Does this happen to other YouTubers as
I
well?
think it does. Like you
Yeah.
just go blank.
But
But
anyways,
she said, what did she say? She said that half like there's some people that value relationships. Oh, there's some people that um their goal is to be in a relationship. So everything that they do, that is the focal point. Whereas there are other people where it's not necessarily
yes,
what's
I
their,
remember. Thank you
yeah.
so
You
much.
see,
I
I
am
listen to
so
you, bro.
grateful.
Like,
So she said, for some people, it's their goal to be in a relationship. It's their goal to have a husband. It's their goal to have kids or to have a
and a
wife.
wife, and a wife. It
Yeah.
also works the other way.
Yeah, I said
Okay.
have a husband, have kids, and a wife.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. But, anyways, so, yeah, but she said there are some people that are just busy with their own lives. I've got these goals and I'm just pushing and working like to fulfill my goals. And then as I'm doing that, oh hey, there's this girl or this guy or oh you are actually quite cool. How about we get to know each other and then it just organically happens, but not that it was like a sought
Like a
after
prerequisite or
yeah,
anything.
like a
Yeah.
sought after thing. But anyways, that's what I wanted to say. I don't know where that came from. Anyways, I forgot again. I should
Is
get
that all?
I should,
Bro, I thought you were gonna like run it like
I should,
okay, so anyway,
I should
so
go checked out. I should go get checked out, right? Like,
yes, you should. So, so basically, there are some people where the goal is to be in a
yeah,
relationship, and some people where it's part of the other goals. Like it's not necessarily the focal point, but if it
yeah,
happens,
it
it
happens.
happens.
It's
Okay.
yeah, it's
But
like
now, when you're in a situation where the people around you, society is putting that pressure on you to be a certain way because it doesn't only exist in the space of relationships. It's many things: our appearances, our financial statuses, what we drive, where we live. We all feel certain pressures from
yeah,
society to
and I feel
be
like there are trends as well, and trends
trends.
influence
Yeah,
people.
it
Oh,
it, it it
jeez.
makes you want to be a certain way or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
like to follow society's
yeah.
patterns.
I
And
guess the whole thing to everything we're speaking about, because now we mentioned trends and everything, and I just feel like you just have to have a strong sense of identity,
that's the thing.
know what you want,
Yes.
and just
So
work on
if you are in a
fulfilling it.
situation where You do feel pressured by the people
Yeah.
around you. You do feel pressured by society, by social media,
Yeah.
jolo, whatever the case
Jolo
may be.
hashtag.
Like, work on your identity, work on
Yeah.
your, like, who you are, and what you value
Besides,
of yourself, where you are right now, what you can be proud of, the things you've achieved. It's not all for
yeah.
nothing. So it's not just being a relationship that gives you like that golden star. There's so many other
Yeah.
things. And
Yeah.
the love, there's so many other loves as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, maybe you can work at a relationship with God,
Exactly. That's a good
right?
one.
See what I did there?
Yes. I see what you
Right?
did there.
If you want the link, let me know.
We've got the link for you. If you would like a good relationship with God, you know,
We have the plug
we
for you.
have the
We
plug.
have the plug. I am pulling the plug.
Yeah, but yeah,
Anyways.
so love, it exists in so many dimensions, and
Yeah.
when we're so focused on this one dimensional, it's also detrimental to ourselves.
Yeah.
So yeah, like
Yeah.
even love of friendship, like,
Yeah.
guys, like, do not underestimate the love
Yeah.
of a friend.
Yeah. Sure.
Like sometimes it even trumps like relationship
A
loves.
100%.
Like
A
really.
hundred
Family
percent.
love, not everyone has a good relationship with their
Yeah.
families, but if you do,
Yeah.
maximize on that.
Also now that you're speaking about like family and stuff like that, what just came to mind now is, there are like some people that I'll make an example. Maybe I didn't have a present father, and now what validates me, what I'm looking for, is a male figure
Yeah.
in life. So I think also, because I feel like that actually erodes like your character a bit, when you just all you wanting is this figure. So rather than looking at it like that, it could be like, okay, let me just diagnose, as you're saying, like diagnose self, work on, because at the end of the day, I feel like you are actually losing nothing by focusing on self, because you're gonna need the self to be in a relationship
That's
anyway.
true.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
imagine now, like you don't understand yourself and you're in a relationship and you have these crazy expectations, and it's like, yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
you know. But anyways, I just feel like there's also like a deeper, subtle thing to people and relationships, and that this, that, and the other. But
Yeah.
anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought about it as you said. Just
Yeah.
thought about it as you
Speaking
said.
of like expectations,
Yeah.
I think this is a big one as well. Like in relationships, even like going back
You do
to,
realize we've turned our whole Valentine special into relationships.
no, it's still, I literally was about to talk about Valentine's Day, like the expectation of Valentine's Day, and
Yeah.
and how maybe like some people don't expect
Yeah.
much from it, whereas others are like,
Yeah.
like
I think
you
it's
need
unfair
to.
though to have like huge
I
expectations.
don't think it's unfair. I think it depends on the couple.
I think it depends on the couple 100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually that's
because
a
if
better
you're
way
the
to
kind
put
of
it.
couple that likes to go out and do things, and or your partner likes things, likes to celebrate stuff, and
Yeah.
and you don't do anything, like then you're
Yeah.
not
I came back
actually.
from work. I'm tired.
I
I just want to
guys, no, it
sleep.
doesn't work like that.
Valentine's is on Wednesday. It's midweek. It's crazy. I've got reports.
There's no
I've
such.
got so much things to do.
It's
Babe,
called
can we just
effort.
take a rain check on this particular Valentine? I will treasure you on the 14th of March.
I think, well, communication, if you communicate
Communication, I
that.
guess.
But if
Yeah.
you're not communicating and you just decide to go MIA on Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
and you know
Yeah.
that I like these
Yeah.
kind of things, come
Yeah.
on, guys. Like,
Yeah.
that's not okay.
Besides, I also just feel like because of the nature of Valentine's Day, it would be a bit weird not to do anything at all, just because of the nature and
But now that's going into like society pressuring you into doing
I
things.
understand. I
So,
guess I guess I'm being swayed here, but
yeah.
yeah,
So, no, I think whether you do
actually,
something or
yeah,
not, it depends on you. You don't have to
yeah,
do anything if you
yeah.
don't believe in
But just
it.
manage expectations so you can avoid disappointment.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think what we can round off here is that what's really important is the self love
yeah.
above everything, guys. Like,
Above all else, love
I need to
self.
start there.
Yeah,
And I know people have been preaching it and all self love this, but guys,
yeah,
it's so important.
yeah.
Like without self love,
Yeah.
you aren't able
Like
to
even think
love.
about the challenge, like the 21-day challenge that we're in. I feel
Yeah.
like that's like so much investment to self,
Okay. For those who don't know what he's talking about, we're doing this 21-day
Oh yeah,
challenge
actually.
from the series that we're running. So there should be a link attached somewhere here. It will show you the video of where this challenge started. It's really interesting. Please do join it.
Productivity
Yeah, it's
hashtag.
about productivity. So, coming back to
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
So I was just saying on that, like even the challenge that we're doing, it's all about, there's a line that usually, when people break up, there's a line they use, it's not you, it's me. I have
Yeah.
to be a better one before I'm a part of two.
Yeah.
But anyways,
So
I
I
was
guess
just
that line actually has
some
validity to
sort of
it.
validity. Like you have to be, like
Whole
a
within yourself.
wholesome
Yeah.
person so that you actually have something to offer to the
It's
next
kind of like my
person.
favorite line from the song Do Up by Lauryn Hill. I'm advocating the song.
She's
How you
paying.
gonna win if you ain't right within? How you gonna win if you ain't right within?
I guess so. I guess so. I guess so.
So yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's really important.
Yeah.
It's really important.
Okay, but anyways, are we are we wrapping this up?
Yes, we are. So pretty much, whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, whether it's complicated, you
Yeah.
know,
Take yourself out on a date.
take yourself out on a
Yeah.
date,
Buy
love
yourself a
yourself,
gift.
guys. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
still
also
gonna
actually
do
gonna
that.
do that for Valentine's Day.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to this restaurant and buy myself a steak, T-bone, baby,
Yeah.
medium rare.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm not gonna buy myself a steak. I'm probably gonna go somewhere and have a really good waffle with ice cream. Sweet and savory does the trick these days. So like a waffle with some chicken, it's so good.
Chicken and waffles.
It's so
Where
good.
do they have that?
No, you can make your own combo. You just
Okay.
buy a waffle and chicken separately, and you
Oh, I
can,
see. Okay.
yeah,
I thought it
yeah.
was, in the US they have like like
They do
restaurants
have,
that
but
do
the
that.
only place that I do know here is in South Coast. And I haven't been to that place. The last time we had a Durban Business Fair at the ICC, and there was like a food truck that sold waffles and chicken, but I didn't enjoy it because I felt like the chicken was too sweet. Like there wasn't a sweet and
And
savory,
savory, so it
like
just
it was
didn't.
just all sweet, and I was just like, "Oh, come on, guys!" Like
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, yeah,
Okay, so spoil
yeah.
yourself. Um, and yeah, you can spoil
And
your
find
partner as
God.
well. Have fun, guys, and
Yeah,
don't allow the pressure to get to you.
yeah,
Like work on your self
yeah,
identity, work on yourself,
yeah.
and look at the things that are good that are happening in your life. Do not underestimate those
Yeah,
things.
and all the things that you are doing. I guess, like, I feel like we've taken 90 years to get to the singular point, which was the whole point of today, of today, which is just like, like you are like precious. You yourself are like so fundamental and so important, and
That's so
yeah, you
true.
shouldn't. I guess what we really wanted to say was,
Don't measure your
yeah,
value
by
by
societal standards,
yes,
by
by
relationships,
partners,
or
by umjala.
by
Like
anything
really?
else, but you should be like, the fire should be in you
Yeah.
rather than everything else being the fire and you are trying to, you know,
Yeah.
you're
And but
hoping
now
that
this
makes
is
sense.
something that you have to um repeat.
Yeah,
Because I mean myself sometimes I do feel very like
yeah,
but you repeat it. You
yeah.
repeat it to yourself
Can I just speak
and
from a single person's perspective? Guys, being single is actually nice. I really feel like being single is actually nice. Like you can do so much by yourself. You don't need to think about I'm being selfish here, but you don't need to think about someone. Like you don't need to consult before you do something. I can just wake up and buy a bike. No questions about it. Like, like I can, if I want today to go sleep over at my friend's place, I can just do that. If I want to go home today, I can just do that. Like
yeah.
without having to feel a type of, if I want to sleep in on Valentine's Day the whole day, I can just do that.
And no one is there.
And no one is there to like,
Yeah. I guess there's two folds to
yeah,
that.
if I don't want to cook, or if I want to eat out the whole week, or if I just want to blow my money and be broke, it's like the Whitney Houston song, "Give me one moment in time when the answers are all up to me," or the answers are all up to you. I feel like when you are single, it's all up to you.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's two
Yeah.
folds to
And
that.
you can
So
focus on yourself a
the
bit
two
more.
folds is that yes, it's great to be single and you can do whatever you
Yeah.
want, but also when you're single, you do whatever you want, and there's no one there to account for it. So it's
Yeah.
like, so it's
Yeah.
I
Not
think
to
just
make
be
memories.
content. If
Yeah,
you're
just be
single,
content.
be
Yeah.
happy. because
Content is the
relationships are
word.
not easy at all.
Yeah, they're
It's not
not.
easy.
They're
So
not.
while you're single,
But
gear yourself
relationships
up.
are also beautiful. They're
They
like
are. So I
so
mean, there's
beautiful.
pros and cons to both, but
Yeah,
whichever position you're in,
yeah,
you need to be content in it.
yeah,
Whether you're in a relationship or whether you're single, be happy.
yeah.
Don't worry,
Be,
be happy.
don't worry, be happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's pretty much that for today.
Be
Thank you for
content.
coming through.
Yeah.
Please send us videos or pictures of your pink shirts.
And also, please do check out our Instagram and our TikTok.
TikTok.
And yeah, let's create some love. Yeah, how about you guys show us the love by liking, sharing, and
And
subscribing,
commenting too.
and comments. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that'll be it. I guess if we round it all up, love yourself. Stay
Love
true to yourself.
yourself.
What's the word I always use or the phrase? Commitment to self.
Commitment to
Okay,
self. And what's the one
commitment.
I always use? How you gonna win if you ain't right within?
Okay, Lauren Hill, thank you. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Lauren
Wherever you
Hill.
are, if you're watching this, we'll give our account details after.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one. Enjoy.
See you on the next one.